going on? How you doing? We're in my kitchen. We're not in the garden. But we're in my kitchen because we're doing garden stuff in my kitchen. I'm about to show you guys something that is going to change the way that you plant carrots. I promise. So I know you guys have all been planting carrots and you've got your carrot seeds in your hand and you're trying to sprinkle them into a little trench you've dug with your fingers, and you know you've got brown carrot seeds and you've got brown soil and you're probably putting too many carrots in a trench and you're thinking I'll just have to thin them after, and then you end up thinning 3/4 of the carrots that you put in the ground, and you have to buy more carrots because you have to thin them. And I got a way better day. I way better way for you to do this. So right behind me on the stove here, I've got a big pot. Right behind me, actually, right here, we have cornstarch. What we're gonna do is we are gonna mix that cornstarch with the pot on the stove, and we're gonna stir it. So basically what you're doing is you're making like oobleck, but you're not making oobleck as hard as the normal oobleck that your kids would play with. Basically, we're making a gel out of cornstarch and water. We're gonna cool it down. Right here, I've got all my carrot seeds already sitting in water. There's 4 packs of carrot seeds in here. I don't even know how many's in here. They didn't tell me. There's, I don't know, 2,000 carrot seeds or something. I mean, you guys can see. So those are soaking for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're planting all those carrots. So I have, I've designated an entire bed for carrots this year, a whole bed. So 36, 40 feet of bed length, 30 inches wide. We're going to put 4 rows of carrots on that 30-inch wide bed, and I'm just going to literally pour this stuff in the 4 trenches for my carrots, and we're just going to see how far down that trench we get, basically is the plan. So this is super easy to do. I got to get going here because my water's heating up, but I'll explain it. So you want 1 cup of water for every 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and you can bump that up any way you want. I have 12 cups of water in the pot and 1.5 cups of cornstarch. Okay, so I'm going to get this tripod set up. I'll point it down into the stove. You guys can do this. It's super easy. We'll walk you through the whole process. I promise. This is the absolute game changer way of planting your carrots. I promise, and I'll never steer you wrong. So we got our pot. We have our cornstarch, right? And just put it in and get to stirring. And don't let up because it'll go clumpy. You don't want it to go clumpy. See, it's already thickening up. So the goal here is not to boil this, okay? And you basically just want this to get to the point of like an Elmer's craft glue consistency, and then you take it off the stove. Look, it's already, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's already like halfway there. So basically what you're looking for is when you can kind of create lines on the top that stick or that stay, you're basically at the right consistency. Look at that, we're almost done. We just started and we're almost done. So what we're gonna do is, because this is hot and it takes a while to cool down, you're gonna wanna take this off the stove before you get to the consistency of where you're going to want to use it tomorrow, because you have to cool this down or you're going to literally kill your carrot seeds, right? So the nice thing about this mixture is after you cool it down, if you find that it's too thick, you can just add a little bit of water to it. because that's all it is cornstarch and water, right? So, and then what we're going to do tomorrow, this is just an example. So we're not going to use this. I'm using the full-size Ziploc bags. When this is cool tomorrow, because this is going to cool down in a different bowl in my fridge all night, you're going to load up your full-size Ziploc bags. You're going to put your seeds inside it with that, and then you're just going to mush it all up, and you're going to disperse the seeds through the whole mixture. And then all you do when you're ready to plant, you just cut a little tiny corner off of that bag. And then when you want to plant them, you just squeeze the bag and you just literally dribble out a little line of this mixture. Oh, see, we're starting to boil. So I'm just using that Ziploc bag as an example. I'm going to be using, like I said, full-size bags. So can you guys see? Do you see how we can start making lines on the top now? So we're just almost at the consistency that we want. And this will continue to thicken after you take it off the heat because it's cornstarch. So, almost there. I got to get a bigger bowl because this bowl I have is not big enough. Got myself a great big bowl. So the nice thing about doing it this way is that carrots are, for those of you who haven't tried to grow carrots before, carrots are one of the hardest plants to germinate and get growing because it takes 7 to 10 days roughly for your carrot seeds to germinate. And in that timeline, once your carrot starts to germinate, if it dries out, it's dead. You've lost it. So the benefit of doing this is this also puts a protective barrier around your carrot seeds to help prevent them from drying out. Can you guys see that from that angle? Let's see if we can move that so you guys can see. So you see how we can make lines on the top? You see? So we're basically done. So we're going to take that off the heat. I'm going to get a big bowl. All right, and just get your spatula, scrape it all down. Sorry to do that off camera, guys. I just don't have as many hands as I need sometimes. There we go. And I'm going to be putting this into 2 separate Ziploc bags. That's way too much to put into one, but I'd planned it that way. So now we're just going to take this in the fridge, cool it down, and tomorrow this will be nice and cold. I can put my seeds in it, right? I'll just put my seeds right into that. I may just run this through a metal strainer just to get the majority of the water out of here, or I'll just, hold my hand over top and basically just pour the water out or something. And if there's a little bit of water left in there, I'm not too worried, right? I mean, it's just water anyways. And this is, like I said, this will thicken up overnight. And in the morning, I will mix those seeds into the Ziploc bags, and then we will plant them. So I'll finish this video in the morning, and then I'll do a separate video on how to plant these, okay? All right, have a great night, and I'll see you in the morning.